This is it. After 13 hours of driving halfway across the country, we made it to Cairo, Illinois. Welcome to Cairo, Illinois. Nestled at the meeting of the Ohio and Mississippi rivers, this once bustling river port thrived with promise. But as industries faded and time moved on, the city's grandeur gave way to quiet streets and forgotten buildings. Yet the stories remain, whispers of resilience, history, and the currents that shape this river town. This is Cairo, a place where the past still speaks. So we have just arrived to downtown Cairo, Illinois, which was once a bustling town. But there were a few things that led to its downfall. One being a flood took out most of the city, bad climate overall, and unfortunately, hindsight, racial segregation was part of its downfall as well. But this town is prime location, being located right between the Ohio and the Mississippi River, right where they meet. And it used to be a trading hub, and it was expected to grow to be one of the largest cities of Illinois. This right here is really cool. It's a gate welcoming you to the historic downtown. It's so crazy seeing this. Like, this used to be a busy downtown full of people and life and businesses, restaurants, bars, shops. And a lot of it is just now like tore down, like right here. You see the entrance of what used to be some kind of building all the way down this entire block here. Across the street, there's only these two still standing. Everything else is just tore down and crumbled away. It's really interesting. So like, this is the old downtown. You can see everything's crumbling away, vacant, deserted. But they put like this little memorial park right here. Kind of a vibe though, being surrounded by all these abandoned buildings crumbling. The old theater and the main street. I think this is what I have been most excited for, next to the hospital, which will be later. This is crazy. There's a tree growing through this building. Just completely lost to time. It's insane. Hello? We are hopefully alone. So I'm underneath the upper row of seating, which I feel like isn't a good place to hang out, so I'm gonna step out from there. I'm gonna go to the stage because they still have this big curtain. This is sick. I wanna touch it. Wow. You know, I pictured it being softer. It's not. Very cool though, very cool. And backstage, they have all the old seating that would have probably been bolted down to the floor just in front of the stage. Very neat. So there are a lot of vacant buildings in Cairo, and I don't want to spend too long at, just one. So after this, we're heading over to the next building over. And we got to drive to a couple other locations after this. What's especially cool is this trim around the stage. You can still see the original paint color. So we got like yellow on the walls with this blue. It's really cool that you can still distinguish it. Yeah, these like tiled panels going up the walls too. Pretty far gone. That room there is just completely collapsed. I would imagine this would probably be like a ticket booth or possibly where you'd get concessions. Yeah, this would probably be concessions because right in front here, this would have been the ticket booth before entering the venue. Part of me wants to see the upstairs, but I don't want to go upstairs. But I do have to, at the very least, come right here to point out this twisted tea case. Oh yeah, I'll go up here. This looks fine, I guess. It's all steel stairs. Twisted tea cans for days. So yeah, they just got some more seating up here, some like bleacher style. And then, yeah, like boxes on both sides, which maybe were like the sound rooms or light rooms. I gotta see this. This is actually really cool. We gotta be careful. Stay right on the beams. They still have the light bulbs in there. I think that does it for this building. Let's hop out of here and get over to the next one. So there's the theater over there, simply across the street and through more abandoned buildings. I'm gonna peek in this doorway in the back here, see if it's worth checking out. Yeah, let's hop in. Oh, wow, there's like pictures and books in here. There's a lot of paperwork. I don't want to even touch any of it, so much. Right here, there's some names on there, so I don't want to get that. But this form right here has the date 2000 on it. So that makes that logbook being last touched, 25 years ago. That's crazy. Also kind of surprising because I imagine that this place would have been abandoned a lot longer than that. Oh, this is cool. There's a newspaper. Yeah, dated May of 1998. I could probably spend all day just trying to look at this paperwork, so I'm gonna just keep walking. What is this thing? Looks like a familiar piece of technology, but I can't put my phone on it. This must have been maybe like an appliance store. There's a bunch of refrigerators, stoves, washers, dryers. Old turntable. Oh, sick. It's an elevator shaft. The elevator is way up there. Probably 4th floor. Wonder if we can get inside of it. Oh wow, look at this. Looks like just a bunch of used stuff like movies. Christmas Story, Ace Ventura. Bunch of books and toys and bed frames. So maybe like a St. Vincent de Paul or a Goodwill or something maybe. All right, so back at the elevator shaft, right behind it, there's a set of stairs. And I'm curious about going up. All right, so now on the 2nd floor. This is really cool, wow. This room right here is such a vibe. Got this glow of the green light from that window. And the ceiling right here, it's all wavy. Be pretty sick to put that on the ground and ride it with a skateboard. So downstairs, like used furniture, maybe like a Goodwill vibe, but up here, the ceiling's all texturized. They got like a little booth in that corner. Here's a stage. I'm thinking this might have been like a church group community center. Maybe they'd have like a pastor up here and all the church going kids out here. Maybe a acoustic guitar, singing God is an awesome God. That's what I get from this vibe here. There's a balcony right here. This is really cool. I can't go out. The door's stuck. There it goes. You can see that building. This is a really cool building. Leaving 2nd story, going up to the 3rd, chasing that elevator shaft. That's all I'm after. I want to get inside of it, and that'll be like the Tower of Terror, am I right? It's not here yet. Oh, it's next floor up. So let's take a really quick peek on this floor here. It's kind of cool. It's just a big open like hall up here. Maybe this is like apartments or something, and I don't know, it's gotta be like a community center, and this would just be like people come hang out. Play Magic the Gathering, And that cuts over this way a little bit. Oh, I gotta know, is this a bathroom? No, it's not. Huh. Here's the abandoned house next door. Neat. Bathroom, but no toilet. Okay. At least we know they do have bathrooms though, so they have to have a toilet somewhere. Maybe in here. No, it's all smashed. Man, it's like really humid out. It's probably about 70, 80 degrees out. But it's humid because we're down south. But there's a nice breeze that's coming in all these broken windows and it feels so good. Can't wait for summer. Don't forget to turn the lights off. All right, heading up to the 4th floor, which is where the elevator is. Gonna hop inside of there and hopefully go for a little ride. There it is. It seemed like a good idea, but looking at it, I'm all right, I think. Not that I could do it, I just don't want to. Such a beautiful day out, the end of winter. It's March and it's like 70 or 80 degrees out. Boy, do I love global warming. Sick. Looks like we must be almost to the roof. I was gonna ask, I wonder if there's a way to get to the roof, but I don't know if it's worth it for this building because we're right in the middle of downtown. I mean, we'll go check out this last, we're at the top, so we'll see where these stairs go, but I think it'd be cooler going on the roof of the hospital later. Hopefully before the rain comes. Yeah, no, yeah, these stairs here are all busted up, so probably not going any further than right here. So I guess, yeah, let's wrap up this building. So we're gonna go and head out of here and get over to the next spot. This is the building we were just in, made it up to the 4th floor. If we just go over to the next building over, completely demolished by time. It's crazy. All these buildings, actually, I think that's the same building. I think that's just a back wing of it that I'm looking at it. That is insane though. Eventually this entire city is gonna look like this. Just a pile of ruins and tiles on the ground. This one shut down, it wasn't too long ago. I think it was like 2013 or 14. For this little marquee out front. Kind of say hi, goodbye, Bennett, we will miss you. So I don't know if this one is accessible anymore. Those are locked. So without breaking anything, which is against the rules, I think we're gonna go and pass on this one and head to the hospital. But cool to see. Happy I got to see the marquee. Still has the little phrasing in there. I bet that was the gym right here in this big block, or the cafeteria. Yeah, at the very least, there are some open windows on the ground level where we can like do one of these numbers. And as you can tell, this school is actually like relatively clean. As I said before, it was only abandoned like, I think it was 2014. I think it was my graduating year that the school was abandoned. So that's only got, 11 years on it. There's another window up here we'll look into before we go. It's really cool. It's actually really clean in here. I don't see any graffiti. It doesn't look like anybody's vandalized it. So I think it might be for the better that this place is sealed up and just preserve it for as long as it can. That is so cool, just seeing the abandoned playground right there in the field. What's really interesting to me though is that all the lawns of these abandoned places are well kept, but like none of them have no trespassing signs, and like there's wide open, and like people are nonstop like driving by and just like not even, they just don't care here, it doesn't seem like. I mean, one car stopped earlier and they just asked like, hey, what are you guys up to? And we're just like recording videos, taking pictures, and they're like, oh, well, you guys have a good day. And they just took off, like all the stained glass. I love seeing stained glass. I really wish we could go inside of here and just see the glass with, I mean, there's no sunlight, but with the daylight though shining through it, I bet it looks really nice. But it's just such a cool looking building here. And honestly, it almost looks like there's lights on inside.
There is.
So there are lights on inside of here, so I want to go up here because it does look like it's actively being renovated. And if there's someone in here, I just want to politely ask if we could see it. So the door's open, there's lights on. I do not want to go in here. I asked if there's anybody in here. I asked hello, no response. So maybe they just took off for a little bit. I'm not going to go inside because they're actively renovating it. But that's really cool. Look at the stained glass. Looks like it was founded in 1863. And then there's another date for 1918. I don't know what that would mean, but really old, over 100 years. Well, this is the last stop right here. This is the abandoned hospital on the roof here, but it doesn't make any sense to me. How did the dog get right there from over the ledge? Yeah, this is the abandoned hospital of Cairo. Our last location, other than maybe a couple small ones on the way out, because like right across the street here, let me zoom in on this. There's just an abandoned house. There's countless amounts of abandoned houses here and just small businesses. There's like no way we could fit all of it into one video. It would be like a 5-hour long video, but the highlights though, the schools, the churches, the hospital, like these are things that are must-sees, but I bet each one of these houses tells its own story as well, and I'm actually a little saddened that I can't go see every one of them, because even over by my car, there's another one. Hi there, I'm over by the old Cairo hospital. And there is a pregnant dog that is on this ledge of the roof. And as I'm looking, I don't really see any way for the dog to get down. I'm not really sure. I want to be able to help this dog, but I'm not sure how. I just had to call the police because of the dog on the roof. I would feel extremely bad leaving it here by itself because it's clearly stuck. But before the police get here, I do have to see as much of this as I can. This is so cool. I could probably go up there and help the dog on my own if I were being honest. Yeah, here's the stairs to it. So if the police aren't here within like, I don't know, 20 minutes, just I'll probably go up there and get the dog over the ledge and maybe call the animal shelter nearby. But old toilet. Cool, you know, that's the highlight of the video if I'm being honest. This hospital is actually really clean in comparison to the last one I was on too, but this one, exterior looks way rougher, but interior looks way nicer. It's weird how things work. But yeah, there's a basement here, but the part of the wing that was the back of the hospital has been removed. So I'm assuming anything that would have been like the morgue is long since gone. Like that's factual, the morgue is no longer here. So I'm not too concerned that I can't go explore the entire hospital, but definitely cool to see briefly. You can barely see it on the camera, but that white patch of fur right in the center of the frame is the dog. Like, I have no idea how she even got on there. Like she had to have gone out a window or something, trying to get outside, and now she's just stuck there. So I'm gonna head back into this hospital here, and I'm gonna try finding a way to get to the dog because the police are taking their time on getting here. I saw a stair set. Where was that? Right here. I think this is it right here. Oh, she's so scared. That's a pretty big drop. This is probably 5 feet right here. All right, so I'm gonna make my way back down to my car really quick. We traveled far to get here, so I have some snacks in there. I have some sausages and a couple cases of water, so I'll see if I can at least get that dog some snacks. Because for as far as we know, that dog's been stuck there for days. All right, heading back in. There's a storm coming in too. That's one of the things that's scary about this dog being stuck on that roof. Anybody from the Midwest, there's like tornado winds last night and today. The storm is supposed to be starting within a half hour, and it's supposed to be as bad as it was last night, so time isn't really on our side right now to help this dog. So right now I'm just bringing the dog some beef sticks and some water and hopefully warming the dog up to people so when the police get here, I can safely get the dog off the roof. So the dog's just down there, just chilling. I tossed a broken beef stick. She ain't budging. I got a bottle of water in my pocket. We called the police again and they said they're sending a car. Then there was a house across the street. I just heard them yelling about me being up here, and they also called the police. So maybe that'll make some urgency in this and get someone over here. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and head down. I'll explore some of the floors on my way down just to get some stuff documented, because I'm sure once the police get here, there's gonna be no exploring, and hopefully we don't get arrested for trying to help the dog. That'd be pretty messed up, but man, this place is sick. I bet it said wish you were here. Cool. Well, I'm on the top floor. I'm gonna go down one more. There's 3 stories to this right here. That way I'm a little bit closer to getting outside when I need to. Man, I could probably spend all day in here, to be honest. Sucks that it had to end this way, but it's kind of a fulfilling ending. We're helping where we can. Here's the elevator shaft. That's pretty cool. There's the elevator right below us. I wonder if I can get to it from the next floor down. Maybe this is 4 stories and now I'm on the 3rd. Let me go one more. I hop down one more story. That's not the one. Right here. Should be, oh, it's right here, the elevator. The door's shut. Nope, that's not opening. That would have been cool though. Inspire people to make art. That's so cool. All right, well, I'm gonna get outside and wait for the police to get here, and I'll give you guys an update once they arrive. Police just called back, and I don't want to knock the city. You know, it's a dead town, but the local police department called us back and said they do not have the resources to do anything, and followed up with if you go inside of this building, there is a 75 to like 90% chance that you'll get hurt. They said nothing about getting arrested. They said, do not go inside, you'll get hurt, and if you get hurt, we don't have the resources to help you. So it's just kind of crazy, like, they don't care. Maybe they do care, they just don't have the resources, maybe that's true, but the neighbors care. The neighbors called the police when I was on the roof. The police aren't gonna do anything, they said that when we talked to them. They just said make an adult decision. Before I was going out on the roof, the dog is actually down this way a little bit, and out of one of these windows. Don't know what to do. Would feel so guilty just leaving him the dog. I'm gonna pull out a beef stick right away, so once we get to the dog, I can just hopefully toss it down and not scare the dog too much, and the dog will realize it's food. Oh, she's eating it now. So cool. Right there, you almost got it. No, that's a stick. There it is. I don't know if the dogs can eat these beef sticks, but there's no other option. That's all I got, and I think the beef sticks are probably better than eating nothing. I have water. I don't know how to feed the dog water though from right here. I'm probably 5 feet higher than the dog right now. Maybe if I pour a puddle on the concrete, she could lick it up. No, I don't think she wants water. I don't know what to do. It's a wild dog. It's a pit bull. Police department says they cannot help. They said don't even try to do anything, you're just gonna get hurt. But the police department they're doubting me, and that makes me want to do it. You know, that's my biggest problem, I think. I think the only option, let the dog be unalive, or at the very least we can get that dog off of that ledge and back into the hospital and maybe outside where they can fend for themselves. But there's no animal shelters, the police department won't do anything. Like, the options aren't great.
Yeah, try to feed her from your hand.
From my hand?
Yep. Yeah. Careful. All right.
I do got my first aid kit. I can't go that high. All right, a dog, very heavy, very heavy. Oh my gosh, she's so lively now that she's off that ledge. She just shook. No, I think we're best friends now. Yeah, she's waiting for us. We got a new friend. She knows exactly where to go. No, you had it right the first time. Come on, sausage. Later, sausage. I hope you do well. That is crazy. She's like running now. Before she was like shaking on the ledge. She's so scared. Well, I think this alone probably made this trip worth it. Well, now that the doggo is free, I feel less guilty about exploring this place. Hey, sausage, what's up? Oh, wow, here's another elevator shaft. The police says there's a 75 to 85% chance you'll fall through the floor. Sausage is leading the way and found a different stair set previously unknown. I know where this one goes too, because I found it on the first floor.
Yep, we're coming, Charlie. She's taking us somewhere.
Takes us to a pack of 20 dogs and they eat us. Oh, yep, right outside. This is the front door. This is probably her way in and out of the hospital. Here, free dog now. So as I said earlier, the morgue in this hospital is no longer here because I believe it was in the wing that was tore down. But I mean, here's the basement, so I guess at least we'll check it out. Maybe. It has been storming. The floor's a little wet. A little very wet. Yeah, so if we go left, it is fully flooded. So I'm gonna hang a right because I see some equipment down here. I'm just curious what it is. It looks like maybe a washer and a dryer. Yeah, that's exactly what this is over here. God, this floor is squishy. I'm sinking in mud. I'm backing out right now. Here's the elevator shaft. That's just completely submerged in water. So like, what if I got back over here where the stairs were and they were just gone? Just like complete Silent Hill vibes. Certainteed. Been exciting, apparently. Bathroom tile. Cool. It's got like the old cabinets and stuff in here. This place is pretty well stripped though. Clean though. I like it. Again, if I were homeless, I think I would stay in here. It doesn't stink. Surprisingly, it doesn't stink. That's the big thing. It is a little wet, but it has been storming out the past couple days. But I just want to check out this one room right here. And then I think we're gonna get out of here and hit the road. But this here, kitchen question mark? This is strange. Okay, so that might have been a prep room, next one over. And then there's just like a hallway, a table here. Maybe prep room, cook here, and then serve off somewhere nearby. Yeah, there's the other side of the table. All right, yeah, I think we should get out of here before we anger too many more people. But here's the elevator shaft, and I think that would hold my weight, but I've seen the Tower of Terror, so I'm not going to. Really cool hospital, definitely happy we made it out here. See, there's just like a countless number of abandoned houses, even like on this side of the street. Old truck. To be honest though, like it's hard to even know which one of these houses are abandoned. Like across the street here, that one's all boarded up, for sure abandoned, but probably getting renovated. So it's cool that like they're rebuilding some of the town, and there are a lot of people that live here, it seems. I don't want to say a lot. If I had to estimate though, I would say the population is probably between 1,000 and 3,000, which for a dead town, ghost town, I don't know, it's good. I think they're gonna regrow. It is prime location right between the Mississippi-Ohio River. All right, the storm is coming in. It's starting to rain out. The wind is picking up. I think that's gonna do it for this trip in Cairo, Illinois. Definitely worth the drive. Probably my favorite exploration to date. Just this whole town is really interesting. The history of it, the buildings. The police department, fantastic job. And right now we're gonna end this video in 2.5 miles. So right now we are crossing over, I believe this one is the Mississippi River. And as soon as we get on the other side of this bridge, we're in Missouri. It is extremely stormy out now. Which way do I need? I need this way. This is a hat now. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that like button, drop a comment, let me know your favorite part, least favorite part. You know, I love the feedback and what I can do to improve my videos. But yeah, then be sure to subscribe to stay up to date with my future content. I think my next video I'll be over in another state checking out an abandoned military base, which I'm really excited for. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.